Hey guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing for you. So this one I'm really excited about. This is from Arcane Design, and this is a pre-order that I did a while back for the Brian Brown Arcane collaboration Vult. Really excited about this. There's some other stuff in here. Let me just get it out. So we have an Arcane card. We had the Brian Brown card. We had a sticker from each. So that is what you get with this knife. And this was a pre-order. I can't even remember the price. I have not been pre-ordering much stuff lately, but I have a pre-order out for the Crispy Donut Outbreak and the High Grain Design DeVille. And I guess I have pre-ordered some stuff. And the AT Knives Halt. And then I had this one, the Vult. Those are the only ones I can think of. But yeah, not as many as I used to. I used to have like 12 going at all times. This is their Hawkbill design. And this one was really interesting to me. I like Hawkbills. You can see here, this one's titanium M390 with a satin, hopefully a belt satin, black PVD. And there's the date and everything. And Israel's name. And there's the collaboration information. Same cool pouch, just blue this time. And it has Brian Brown's logo on there as well. So very cool. I love that they work together on this. I like both designers very much. And I got to handle the prototype at Blade Show a couple times. It's smaller than I remember, which is good. I like smaller knives. It has this cool sort of titanium inlay with like a topo pattern on it or something. Not too heavy, and it's a liner lock. That makes me happy because, well, I'm left-handed. Ooh, the detent feels good. It's dead centered. What is that? A spider? Ow. Let me just take care of this bug here. Did I get him? Or is he on the stick or my hand now? I don't know where he went. Maybe he could fly. Don't know. Oh, there he is. Guess I got him. He was right there. He was trying to vault onto my stuff. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, perfectly centered. Let's give it a flick. There's no lash. Oh, that felt good. So I think this is Best Tech. And wow, does not have much of a choil or anything, but I can get a grip there. It kind of reminds me of the Praytheon. It's kind of got Praytheon vibes, which I really like. I really enjoyed that knife. I did end up selling it, but, you know, I sell everything. It's not for whatever reason. Has nothing to do with the knife. This is excellent. It fires out of there very nicely. Look at that. And the action is really good out of the box, making me think that I do not need to start skiffing it up. Although, you know me, I kind of want to do it because I am that guy. But there's no stick, there's nothing. There is a lot of oil on there. So let's get that off before, you know, we have any oily issues. Should we just go ahead and put the skiffs in? Because you know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to carry it for a couple days, act like I won't put skiffs in it, and then I'm going to get to the point where I want to put skiffs in it, and I'll put skiffs in it. That's just how it goes. Man, look at that. It's really good action. The detent is perfect. I mean, it breaks at the perfect spot. But it's not like overly strong. I bet you I can roll it back. Ooh, Yeah, it's pretty strong, but in a good way. The front flipper's fine. I can probably, yeah, almost reach around it like that. Man, look at that. Look at that hawkbill. That's mean, dude. Flat grind, but it's thin. This is really good. They killed this. I love the size. Just a great size. For reference, here is a concept Fenrir. So you can see the Fenrir is quite a bit bigger in most dimensions. Here's a Pyrite Warney. This is going to be, I think, a really good size comparison. Look at that. Almost identical in size. And it's almost in the height as well. It's a very sleek design. Now it's thick, right? Well, thicker than the Pyrite's rather thin. I'm going to venture to guess that this one, I'm going to grab the calipers, is pretty thick. Arcanes usually tend to be, for some reason, like over half an inch. I guess brown knives are too. Yeah, 0.55. I mean, part of that is there's twofold reason for that with Arcane. He always does these inlays, and those are obviously going to add some width. And then he's doing a liner lock, so that's going to add some width as well. If I remember correctly, I think this was like $350 or something. And that is a steel liner, but I honestly prefer that because it keeps it thinner and everything. Very nice. So let's go ahead and skiff it. We might as well. Really nice looking knife. So let's go ahead and grab the T8. T8. See? Make sure it is a T8. Yeah, it should be. Yep, broke easy. And we can go ahead and check and make sure the pivot cap is... Oh, is that a... No, I thought there was a pivot. What am I trying to say? Collar, but there is not. I usually try to take them apart from this side. It just makes it easier. Internally mounted screw is cool. Clip is cool. You have the two logos along the spine. That's a pretty common thing for Arcane. He's done the collaboration with Something Obscene as well. And there might be one other one, Isham. And those all have that kind of setup. Now, pretty long backspacer. I don't see any other screws yet. It should just come apart. It's probably just pins at this point that's holding it. There we go. Together. And I just gotta kind of, you know, finagle it apart. We have a steel washer in there. We got a lot of oil on the detent ball and everything. So yeah, this was gonna probably start getting sticky after a while. And you'll see it has just a inset liner lock tab. So it's an inset liner lock, which is beautiful. I love that. If you bought inlays to replace in here to make it look prettier, you would just take these screws out, boom, it falls out, you put a new one in. Here's your clip screw. I love the construction, really well done. Backspacer would come out here. Probably just have to loosen the screws on the other side. Those screws are for the other inlay. Very simple. You're gonna have 5mm 1/16 bearings, it looks like. D-shaped pivot. Let me just put these aside. There's the D shape. We can see the alcohol or the oil just everywhere. So let me check this since it's Best Tech. I'm going to go ahead and check and make sure this is properly secured. Yeah, so it's weird. How come Arcane has no problem with that? Oh, no problem with that, but for some reason with our knives, they do not secure this one strong enough. I don't know, it's weird. But it is a battle I continue to fight. So I'm gonna clean everything off. Probably gonna flip the washer over so we can get fresh. I don't really need to clean inside the stop pin track. That's good that it's like that. Let's see, internal stop pin. There you go, you can see it. Let me get this, there we go. that out. There's your detent hole, M390 marking right there. Guess I could use this one. Did I use this for something? Nah, I don't know. Let's see, let's get in there. Yeah, not much. It's fine. All right, first thing I'm going to do is just check these screws, make sure everything is pretty tight. I don't want to over tighten these screws because they're going into the titanium there, but make sure the liner's in. Looks like that's a T6, the clip screw. The liner, is it T6? What are we using there? Let's see. Another driver. Yep, T6. And they're tight. Just checking. If you guys are interested, all of my disassembly tools and everything are linked down below. If you need any of it, you can grab it there. This tray is made by Tinker Force. And this version is actually, this is the XL EDC tray. And then this is the LeftyEDC version where I have the big pocket in the middle, and I did that so I could put stuff like scales and whatnot up there. And then I actually had this made, and it fits right in there. But you can get this with just 5 pockets, like 5 of these size pockets, if that makes sense. I think it's 5, right? Would be 1, 2, 3, I don't know, whatever, 4 or 5. Anyway, let me grab the magnet. Let's see what these washers look like on the other side. So you can see some bearing marks there. If we flip it over, it's clean. So we will drop that in there. And I usually do that just to get a clean side for the skiffs. We'll see, as long as nothing goes wrong with centering or anything, then we'll leave it like that. I'm gonna grab skiffs. Should just be 5mm 1/16. So what I do is I take my Skiff Workshop test fit card. Again, you can pick this up at Skiff. There's a link in the description. I'll put the bearing size and everything there. But you can use my code LeftyEDC. It'll get you 10% off from Skiff to get bearings, get this tool. So this will tell us the pivot is 5mm, right? Here's 3/16, doesn't fit. 5mm drops right in. And then the ball size is 1/16, so it'll drop right in there. It is not going to fit in the 3/64. Got it? So now we know it's a 5mm 1/16 bearing. You can also pick up the finger bit, which is an amazing tool to help hold a barrel situation where you have to have 2 drivers. Saves your ass so you don't have to do this and then slip and break shit. So anyway, 5mm 1/16. You would think I'd have a set in here. Yep, there we go. Also got this little kit at Tinker Force. And here we go. That is what you want. 11 ball. And I've put these in many an Arcane knife and never had an issue. I'm going to go ahead and just put the stock bearings in here, and I'll put it in the zip case, assuming everything works out. I'll put that in there. All right, so this was in this side, right? It does have a pivot collar. I'm not crazy. That's an interesting setup. Okay, we're going to look at that, but just let me get it in first. So she said. So the D shape is where? Should be on the other scale, but we'll see. Maybe it's here. It's just tough. Nope, just tough to get in. The D shape is aimed down, so I just want to make sure this is turned down like so. All right. This is, it is a collar. I thought it was a collar. It was just really stuck on there. Let me try to get that off because I'm going to want to clean this pivot screw. That's wild. There it goes. So there was a pivot collar on there. And just pop that in. There we go. All right. So I want to clean the pivot screw thoroughly. This is an important step. Take the T8 carefully because it's black hardware. Pinch it. with alcohol on the cloth, like so. All right. There we go. Got all that shit off. Loctite, whatever the hell it was. And then I usually try to clean the barrel as well. Since I have it open, I might as well do it like this. Take my T8 and find it, and then just carefully put the cloth in with the T8. And then you can see what comes out of there. A little bit of schmutz, nothing crazy. All right, now grab this, but nope, I'm gonna grab some KPL Heavy first. I'm gonna put that on the detent track. Lately, I've been getting way too much at once, so let's see if I can get a little bit here. It wasn't too bad. Still too much, obviously. Just gonna take this and kind of smear it along the detent track there, and then pick up some of it as well because there was too much. Maybe I'll put a little on the detent ball here, like that. I usually tend to end up not having enough on, but I'm pretty much very careful of getting anything on the lock bar. All right, now KPL Original on the bearings. And again, this stuff is available, linked down below to KPL. You guys know the spiel by now, but I know some people are new, so I try to, put it out there. It does help the channel if you guys pick stuff up like that, but it is your choice. Just get these all lubied up. All right, I'm gonna get the blade on, and I'll clean all this again once I'm done. Put that one on. All right. Now you can see the D shape is right there, so I just need to line that up. I usually line that up first, and then I kind of bring the rest of the, oh, it just went right in. Look at that. Nice. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is put the pivot in. I usually just try to get that going first, because that's usually the most important thing to align. But we will be sure to double check. Not going crazy, I'm just tightening it a little bit. These still have a little bit of Loctite on them. I'm fine with that because I want these to stay in. Steel screws, it looks like, not titanium. It's interesting, I guess. I don't know. Probably better in the sense that they won't strip out as easily, but okay, let me just close it. Make sure these are all snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, and you'll see centering right now looks almost perfect. Now, I don't know how tight I have it, so we'll see. Detent still feels great. We have no play, no rock, and really good action. And that is with a blade that is, damn, I mean, I think it's centered all the way. Yeah, I mean, look at it. What do you guys think? If anything, it's over to this side a little bit, but I really don't think so. Man, that really fires out of there. And I'm surprised that it's just, boom, just great action right away. That's awesome. I love that. Let's see. I can turn it one more little bit. Didn't change the centering. Let's see if it did anything to the action. Nope. Great. That's good to know for when I Loctite it, aka glue it. which I feel bad about because I made a promise once to Brian Brown that I wouldn't super glue any more of his knives. I don't know if this counts. I don't think it counts. So let me just test it one more again. Just go right to tighten it, okay? Centering, looks the same. Fires, no play. Ooh, little bit of up and down, interesting. Yeah. That's weird though, right? Because we didn't have it a minute ago. Very, very minimal. Almost guessing it would just wear in. Let me try opening the blade, because that's how I did it last time. Tightened it with the blade open. Yeah, just a little. But I'm kind of like pulling it down and then up. If I just go like this, you don't feel it, but you have to like pull it down and then up. I don't know how to explain it. And it's really like the mildest amount ever. Let's see if I just push it. Just give it a little push. Oh, it's still kind of there. I don't know. Could be something other than, I don't think it's rock. No pivot lash. Oh, I hate doing this, but just real quick. Seems solid. I don't really need to whack my knives for anything, so hate doing that. But sometimes you just gotta check. All right, let's just do it to it. So I'm just gonna leave the collar on because for some reason it really wants to be on there. Clean it one more time. I'm gonna do one more cleaning on the pivot as well. I'm gonna use a T6 or a little guy like this. Just see if I can get in there a little deeper this time. Oop, poked a hole through. Yeah, just a little. All right, super glue. Hate how shallow seems like the tooling is a little shallow. All right, just a little bit there to get it spinning, and then tight, but not overly tight. Make sure there's no play. No play at all. Yeah, I mean, it's very mild, whatever that is. Wow, that fires, man. It is. This is a fantastic knife, guys. I mean, and this seems like it's a long time in the making. I handled the prototype originally at Blade Show in 2023, I think it was. And then they did the pre-order sometime in, I guess it was early 2024. And I picked one up. And then here they are. So, I don't know. It just felt like it took a little longer for them to get the pre-order going from when they got the prototype. Because probably they're both working on other projects and that kind of stuff. So, one thing I will say is I wish that Israel would start having Best Tech do like a traditional belt satin. This seems like it's not a machine satin in the sense that you're getting, like, where's a Kaiser knife? Like this. This is a Kaiser machine satin where the lines are kind of uneven all over the place. This is more reminiscent of a belt satin in the how the lines are. Let me clean off whatever that is. Was that alcohol I wiped the blade with or something? You can see the lines more like a belt satin, I think, but it's got this high polish to it where I personally, and that's the thing, it's a personal thing. Oh no, this is a hand satin. I gotta have a belt satin. Well, this is a custom, but just, you can imagine. The belt satin has more of a low grit finish, and you can really see those lines. I have to have something here. Is this stone washed? That's hand washed. Hand washed. That's is this stone wash? Man, they're both hand satin. How do I not have a hand satin from Best Tech or... Oh, I do. Hold on. All right, so here's a Best Tech belt satin from the Stout V2. It's my own knife. So you can see the belt satin. It's just more pronounced, and then you have a lower grit finish. This is a higher grit polish, sort of, but you don't see the grind lines as well. I just kind of like this chalky sort of nature to this milky nature, I call it, if you can see that. I prefer that. But, I mean, this is cool. It's just something I've always thought on the Arcane knives, like the Praytheon. I wished it had a belt satin. But, man, that's just a, you know, a little tidbit, nitpick, whatever you want to call it. It is not a big deal to me. This knife is excellent. If you're looking at it, I highly recommend it. I did get to handle the Sharp by Design hawkbill. I think it's called the Derecho, or I don't know how you say it exactly. And if you're right-handed, I think that knife is very good. To me, this one is much better. I prefer the size, the feel. I prefer the aesthetic. I like the hawkbill better. Love that little hump there. The hole shape. I mean, it's a really good reverse flicker. Now, if you have super thick fingers, you might not love this because that choil is obviously not very big. But I can get a really comfortable feel on it. Just the way they designed it. Again, it's very Praytheon-ish, and I love that. Yeah, this is a home run, guys. It's a winner for sure. So congrats to Israel and Brian Brown. They absolutely crushed this. And I'm really glad that I pre-ordered one. I was excited the moment I saw it in prototype form, so I knew I would order one. But yeah, I mean, you have no lash. You know, you can feel the detent moving a little bit, but it's not, you know, it's not lash or anything. Excellent detent. Excellent front flipper. I mean, just going to be a really fun knife for me to fidget with. It's right hand only on the clip, obviously, but that's not a big deal. I'm used to that. And it is a bank vault. You know, whatever I was noticing there, it's basically gone. I think that's just going to get even better as we go forward. But you saw I whacked it. It was fine, so she said. Yeah, I mean, it gets really close to that backspace there. Look at this. Look how low that tip is. It's almost like it's hitting, but I think it's kind of hidden in there. And it's not really hitting. Hope that's hitting a stop pin. Don't see any marks, so I'm hopeful that it's fine. That's got to be a scary thing. Because because you got that really fine tip there. Man, look at that. You do not want to drop this thing. Let me get something to cut, because I think it'd be fun. I have this Kaiser box. Let's just see what that does. Yeah, I mean, it literally just goes through it like butter. Man, that is a fine tip. But it's there. Very nice. I mean, this would be a great little box cutter. I mean, man, I almost feel like it could have a flipper tab. Let's see how. Yeah, I mean, this is using the tip, obviously, but let's try this area here. Oh, yeah. I can already feel it. It's going to be trying to get like a more open piece that I can sort of. There we go. Let's see if I can just slice through some stuff here. Oh yeah, dude. That is butter. Is it going to be fun to sharpen? No. Do I care? Nope. As soon as it needs to sharpen, this thing's getting sent off to my buddy Corey Dunlap. If you guys have knives like this that are a pain to sharpen and you don't want to be the one sharpening it because, like me, I just don't have time. It takes, you know, this is the one knife I sharpen with that Precision Adjust Pro. And it's an excellent sharpening system, no doubt. But, you know, it took me a half hour and, you know, it's a little messy. You got to clean up dust and shit like that unless you use some kind of soapy water or whatever. And, you know, so it's time consuming. There's cleanup. Sure, there's sort of a little bit of pride there because you sharpened it yourself. And it actually came out great. But I'd rather save the time and energy and all that, and I'll send it out to my buddy Corey. If you check out his website, Corey Dunlap Knives, or just search Corey Dunlap Sharpening, you literally pay on his website. It's $15 to sharpen a folding knife or whatever, and you pay for shipping when you do the order. So let's say it's $15 for sharpening, maybe it's $20 total. You get his address and you ship it to him. Shipping back to you is included in that price you paid. I don't think there's a label that you get to ship it to him, but it's possible. I can't remember. But it's so easy. You literally just ship it to the address, and then he sharpens it in like a day, and then he ships it right back to you priority. I mean, I got my knives back in like 5 days to a week. And he is an absolute master sharpener, like not kidding, master level sharpener. So you get a ridiculous edge. It's super easy. It's super fast. And, you know, you don't have to take the time to sharpen. Some people love that. Some people think it's you know, relaxing to sharpen or whatever. Well, those are the people that I like to pay to sharpen my knives. Because it's not relaxing for me. Making these videos is relaxing. Watching baseball games is relaxing to me. I'll do those while somebody else gets paid to sharpen my knives. We all have our own thing. So just want to put it out there if anybody else is like me. But if you want to sharpen this, that's up to you as well. But, you know, it will be a little tougher. That's one downside, I guess. But again, I'm not going to do it. So to me, blade shape doesn't matter. And it's a banger. So I'm going to shut up. I am curious about this clip because it is short. So I have shorter, thinner pants on. So let me just try it here. See how tight it is. Oh, seems pretty good. Yeah. Seems like, you know, I don't have thick pants on, so I'll have to get back to you on that. But it has a sharp, you know, retention point there, so it really pops over the material. I can hear it, you know, really ripping at it, but Feels good in the pocket and everything. So they did a good job with the clip. So hell yeah, love it. If you want it and it's available, buy it. It's fantastic. If there's some really cool versions at dealers, like if there's one with belt satin or satin and carbon fiber or something wild like that, I'm probably going to buy another one. But this example, this detent is perfect. So, you know, every other one I get is going to be held to that standard because holy shit, it's a pants creamer when it comes to the detent and action. So, yeah. Golf clap to Arcane and Brian Brown. You guys killed it. Great job. And thank you guys for watching. Again, links for everything, disassembly, the knife, all that stuff down below. I paid for this knife myself on the pre-order. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. I would say Israel's a friend. Great dude. Highly recommend Arcane Design. Brian Brown Knives, you guys all know, is awesome as well. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening to the ramble. Love you, and I'll catch you later. Peace.